мы с тобой в этом году, в новом сезоне. Поздравляем с победой команду.
Спасибо.
У тебя была голевая передача, первым ударом. Расскажи немножко про сегодняшнюю игру. Было ли ощущение, что команда сможет одержать победу сегодня?
Это ощущение всегда есть победы. Ты должен верить до последних секунд в команду и выполнять свою работу. А так, по игре, в принципе, вчера отдыхали, праздник был, и поэтому чуть-чуть, наверное, начало провалили, а так все хорошо в целом.
Про праздник мы еще спросим, сейчас мы перейдем к другим вопросам по хоккею.
А, Вань, вообще, ну, то есть уже это четвертая игра, да? Четвертая игра за Capitals. Как вообще узнал, как вас снова позвали, какие были эмоции?
Да, с Херши только на выезд в Канаду приехали, и на следующий день мне сразу сказали, что поднимают. Обрадовался, как обычно.
Понятно. А как вообще оцениваешь свое время, проведенное в Херши? Давно что-то прибавил или в чем-то? Как сам чувствуешь?
Ну, самое, наверное, это было отличное время в плей-офф в прошлом сезоне. Это самые, наверное, такие хорошие воспоминания. В принципе, в этом сезоне у меня уже есть уверенность на ведущих ролях. В роли лидера, а не как новичок учусь только играть в этот хоккей, и поэтому там уже как лидер выступаю.
Саша Овечкин давал ли какие-то напутствия перед игрой? Я видел, он очень радовался, когда ты забил свой гол во Флориде. Он дает ли какие-то тебе напутствия?
Это всегда дает напутствие побольше бросать, играть в свой хоккей, да и все, в принципе.
Как ты сам воспринял, ну, я думаю, ты видел момент с Сашей Овечкиным, когда он получил травму, как сам думаешь, грязная была игра или что там, какие у тебя мысли по этому поводу?
Ну, грязно, не знаю, не буду ничего говорить, а так, в принципе, у него был хороший ход, он очень много забивал, и дай бог, чтобы скорее вышел и также начал клепать голы.
Насчет Саши Овечкина я вижу, что он присутствует с командами на играх, он выезжает, он поддерживает команду. Как ты считаешь, как ты чувствуешь дух команды? Не хватает немножко капитана команды? Или его присутствие все-таки дает вот этот дух поддержки, и команда хорошо играет благодаря тому, что он рядом?
Не, когда он в раздевалке 60 минут там с тобой на игре, это одно, а когда он просто до игры и после ты его видишь, это абсолютно другое, конечно. И я думаю, ему полегче в плане восстановления, когда ты всегда с командой, не думаешь о том, что у тебя там болит. Я думаю, побыстрее так восстановится.
Понимаю. Последний вопрос по Дню Благодарения. Мы обещали этот вопрос поднять.
Да.
Как отметили? Влились ли в традиции американские уже?
С женой, в принципе, не особо влились, но отмечали с друзьями здесь.
Индюшка была?
Была. Посидели, покушали, поговорили, в принципе, думаю, ничего особенного.
Замечательно.
Спасибо.
Спасибо.
Win that's most in the league. Why are you guys so good at that?
I mean, it's probably not ideal. Usually easier to play with the lead in this league, but it says a lot about the group that you could be down, but never out of it, and just able to turn it around. Don't want to make it a habit, but when you do come together in a third like that, that's always fun.
What was the difference in that third period for you?
I mean, the last couple of games done a good job, and we realized the second period is not what we want it to be, and then we come out in the third and fix it. So it's a good response by the group. I think everybody came in the second admission knowing we needed to be better. So they kind of lull you into it. Sometimes they can play that trap game a little bit, and we need to make sure we were dictating the play.
On your second goal, were you surprised that you were open that long on the weak side?
A little bit. I thought I kind of was getting open for Mikey originally. He made a great play to Reamer, and then Reamer made an awesome pass. So got a lot of great players in here, and Reamer's having an awesome year. And I mean, I just got to put that in the net at the end of the day.
Is that kind of a sign of a mature group that can kind of self-correct when you don't like your second period, but you can come out and change it in the third?
Yeah, I mean, we got a great group in here, and I think there's an accountability and everybody playing for the guy next to him. And when you come in, you're not playing well, everyone looks at each other and you correct it. Some nights easier said than done. You don't want to get behind, especially against really good teams in this league. But it's great when either way you go out and fix the way you play and have a good third.
What's working for you guys on the power play?
Moving the puck really well. We're using all the guys. Chicky's doing a good job up top at making plays or getting pucks through the net. Just every guy battling, getting pucks back, doing their job, and when they're going in, they're going in. It's a good thing.
Coach, that's your 9th come from behind win that leads the league in that category. How do you look at that stat?
I look at it two ways. I appreciate the resiliency and the character of our group. I don't like that we're putting ourselves in those situations, but we got a lot of fight and a lot of character in that room that isn't just going to lay down. And so even though the second period and even a little bit of the first was pretty solid. For the most part, we were just a little bit off with our puck play, but the second period dug ourselves a hole, and so we could have let that determine the game, and we didn't, and that's what you appreciate about the group.
What changed after the second period into the third, where the game kind of just flipped?
I just think the guys, you could tell right from the first shift, and I know it's one play, but we changed some personnel around, and Ratty goes out there, and it's a small, tiny little thing, but he spins off and he wins some space off the center dot face-off, and he draws a penalty. And you could just feel it. Like, I could feel it on the bench, because I felt like in the second period it was a lot of quiet, not helping each other. Whenever I feel like I have to drum up energy for the group, I know I'm like, uh-oh. And usually it tries to spark the rest of it, but it was, we just went into a little bit of a shell there, and then the guys snapped out of it, and the third period was great. I mean, we did still make some mistakes in the third. Overall, I didn't like our game. Like, I just felt it was a little bit scrambly, made some poor decisions, reads. It was just all over the map for what we expect of ourselves. But like I said, the third period, you could tell that we were committed. Doesn't mean you're going to win the game, but we were going to play the right way, and we were going to help each other. We were going to be completely invested as a group in that period.
What led the decision to move your centers around heading into the third?
Trying to get a spark, to be honest with you, because I felt like we didn't have a lot in that second, so I thought it was a good opportunity to move some things around. We haven't had a lot of, just the chemistry is just a little bit off. Like, we haven't found that real consistent 2, 3, 4 games in a row with some certain lines, so I thought it was a good opportunity.
Early in the season, you guys were kind of living off 5-on-5 offense. I think it's 7 in the last 5 games since O's been out, but the power plays really stepped up in his absence. What have you seen specifically from Jacob as far as kind of running it from up top over that period of time?
He's done a nice job. I mean, I think they move well. Like, his skill set is his shot and his lateral movement. That's what he does as good as anybody in the league. He's right up there with some of the top power play defensemen. So he's added that element, and he can get his shot through. And when you can move like he can laterally, you can create some shot lanes for yourself. So that's what we've been trying to do a little bit more of. And you saw it in the goal in Tampa Bay, right? He gets the sifter through the 5-on-3 goal. Same thing. But tonight I felt like we were on our heels for some of our power plays. We gave up a few great A's. Their pressure, but once we found our way through that, I liked our entries a lot. Leads to the goal, clean through, and then Stromer. I mean, it's a heck of a play. Like, there's no screen there. He just sort of uses the defender, and that's a big time play in a big moment. But when we're sitting there waiting, we need someone to do something to make a big play, and Stromer steps up in the third period to get that to 1-1.
What do you discuss with your forwards with regard to goalie interference?
You want to go into this?
Let's do it. I know you're gonna play the catch, but I'm curious.
Honestly, I don't tell them anything because I don't know anymore. I have no idea. When those decisions are being made, I have zero clue whether it's going to be goal interference or not. So it's gotten to a spot that I don't know. We're going to have to do something as a league and as a sport to figure out where we're going, because Years ago, it was you can't go anywhere inside of that paint, and then that's the Brett Hall, and then they said, okay, hold on a second here, we need more goals. Like, we can't be waving stuff off where a guy's on the side. So I don't know. Like, Lappy to me doesn't do anything to affect that goal. It's a goal whether he's standing there or not, moves out of the way. So to me, I don't know the answer, but I just know that should be a hockey goal. And whether it's disallowed or not, you can sit here and beat it up and argue and go, he touched his foot, his leg, his pat. You could sit here all day and debate it, and that's what we find when we go through all these. We'll sit there, and I've stopped doing it because we'll waste an hour of our day going back and forth as a staff and go, did he? What was the force there? Let's measure that. Did he fully extend, or did he just like? It's so arbitrary. So I don't know where it goes, but I do feel like it needs to be way more clear for the players and for the fans and for the coaches to know what are we doing here with goalie interference.
Thank you.
Thanks, Robert.